What's up, y'all? I am Sandy Edwards, and I currently exclusively breastfeed my 4-month-old baby Owen Liam. Say hello. Yeah. So I have a hands-free freebie pump, and these are my pump cups. I'm about to wash them. I wash them every day because sometimes the milk gets sticky and caught up in here and everything else. And of course, you just want to have fresh parts to pump in for your baby. Safety is healthy. It keeps all the germs out and all that thing. So yeah, I'm about to wash these. So this is what I do. So pour some dishwasher liquid in there, and I let them sit for just a little bit, for about 5 to 10 minutes at the most. So I hold baby O in the cradle holder, okay? And I don't purchase nursing tanks at all. I just wear sports bras and tank tops, big enough and large enough for my size, and he latches on perfectly. I did have some problems in the very beginning with him latching on because my nipples were very sore, but I bought this nipple cream from Target, and it was amazing. I did want to quit because it hurt so bad. I've been engorged twice since I've had Owen, back in June, and that was one time after he was born and about a month ago. And I got in the shower, had to massage everything out. Yeah, it's not the best. And yes, I have been infected, and it was the worst. I ran a fever and everything. But I just took some vitamins, made sure I ate enough, massaged it through, and then I let Owen nurse, and I kept doing it. It was consistent, and I didn't quit because I realized that breastfeeding is the healthiest thing for my baby. Now you well fed. In the beginning, I was very worried about whether I was pumping enough milk because my milk supply took a shot because of stress, because of the mood that I was in, and that can affect your milk supply a lot. Like the environment you're in, how you feel, stress levels, all of that can affect your milk supply. And mine took a dip, so I went to Target and got some lactation cookies, and they were bomb. They helped get my milk supply back to a healthy place where I was able to really feed my baby. I haven't had to supplement at all. And those are some of the things that made me want to quit, because I'm like, I have to eat so much, and I'll be standing in the refrigerator munching on snacks. I'm trying to eat so many things at one time. Because breastfeeding makes you hungry and very, very thirsty. Very, very thirsty. Emphasis on thirsty. Okay. But anyway, now I'm gonna pump because you see, my boobs are leaking. I just nursed my child from this one, and he gets enough milk sometimes from one boob. Sorry, there are chips around my mouth. But yeah, so I have to pump. Remember those pump cups I dumped in there? I'm about to get them out. So what I'm gonna do is I have this thing that I clean his bottles and stuff with, and I just take it and I wipe around, get all the old milk residue off of them. Because it matters to me that his milk is clean, ready to go. And I try to pump at least 3 times a day. Sometimes my little one won't let me because it's like he can sniff out when I'm about to pump, y'all. Yeah, remember those pump cups I was talking about? I sanitize them, let them sit, and then I dry them because I gotta get ready to pump. And like I said, I don't buy nursing tanks and all of that stuff. I just wear some tank tops and a sports bra that I can just pull down for my baby. and I feed on demand a lot, and everything else. All that, so I'm drying all of my parts, all the air out. So my son is looking at me because he know I'm about to pump some milk. Some milky milk. Oh yeah, and I call breast milk milky milk. My son knows what that means. He's like, Mommy, milky milk. So yeah, done drying those parts. Now I'm about to put the pieces together. And by the way, your insurance will cover you a breast pump. Mine just so happened to cover a hands-free one, so I can text and call and talk on the phone, all that stuff. Whichever. Adjust all of that. They have to be secure so they don't come loose while I'm pumping. That's that one. Oh, I forgot the other piece. So now you guys are about to watch me pump some milky milk. And then this is what I do. So just open up my shirt, attach them, make sure the boob is centered in there. Open up my shirt, attach that. Make sure it's centered in there. There we go. Preemie pump, and it was covered by my insurance. The greatest blessing I could ever ask for, because I didn't have to pay out of pocket for it. So, and you're a stay-at-home mom like me, this comes in handy. Check out and see if your insurance covers your breast pump if you're pregnant. You'll thank me later. Also, this thing does single pumping, so I can nurse my baby and pump one boob at the same time. It does that. So, yeah. And as you can see, it's not very loud. And I'm pumping milk. Pumping, 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 pumping. Milk. This is how you breastfeed like a boss. But if you can't afford this Preemie hands-free pump, by all means, whatever pump you can get, pumping will help. I'm telling you, you have to move milk to produce milk, and that's what causes engorgement. So don't give up on breastfeeding. This is how I'm pumping. Oh, and I can use my phone. So yeah, and I can call somebody. Oh, and I can turn on the TV at the same time. I could be watching the TV live. I can be hands-free. And I can also hold my baby at the same time while I'm pumping both boobies. So if my baby is fussy or whatever, baby up. And I can use my phone at the same time. Oh, he's entangled in my cord. And I can use my phone at the same time. So, I'm taking these pump cups out, and I usually on average pump about like 8 ounces of milk. In the very beginning when I brought him home from the hospital, I had an oversupply, and it was like I was pumping much more than what he ate. And that was because at the time I didn't know I wasn't supposed to pump so often because he wasn't eating a lot, and my boobs just knew, okay, let's produce milk. So definitely don't do that. If your baby is only eating 2 ounces, definitely just stick to using your boobies. Don't pump until they're at least like 2 or 3 months old, because they're not going to consume that much milk. and you'll just have milk sitting in the fridge or the freezer. Not to say that you can't save and prepare for in case of emergencies or whatever the case may be, but definitely just try to stick to using your boob. And I exclusively breastfeed. My husband just helps me when I have other things to do and when I have to leave the house and all of that. I'm a stay-at-home mom, like I said, but it definitely helps to have milk pumps so he can help and bond with the baby too. So yeah, here's my breast pumps cups. Look at all that liquid gold. And bottles because they are BPA free. They keep all the air out and all of that stuff. They're really good. You definitely should try them. I have the 5-ounce ones, and I also have the 9-ounce ones. And I mainly use the 9-ounce ones for when I go out in public, and I don't feel like carrying a whole bunch of bottles because my baby really only eats about 3 or 4 ounces at a time, unless he's cluster feeding and I just put him on my boob. And definitely I do that. So yeah, so this is one bottle, and these are the pump cups that are full of milk. Here we go. And yeah, as you can see, I just spilled some, and that is so frustrating when you just pump all of that milk and you're so excited about having milk to support. So for fridge storage, I use Mandela storage containers. These are amazing. I love these, so whenever I'm out in public and I need extra bottles, I can definitely do this and fill it up. So I'm gonna pour the milk that I just pumped inside of here. And I have some more, and I usually only fill up about one of these each time I pump. Sometimes 2, depending on what time of the day that I pump, and most of the time in around 3 a.m. or whatever, and most of my milk comes from. So this is a total of 6 ounces. Yep. Yeah, so that's that. Alright, since I'm a stay-at-home mom, sometimes if my baby is super fussy, I just pick him up and I'm just maneuver around. I've learned how to do a lot with just one hand and one arm, as you can see, and he's pulling my hair. The journey's on a 4-month-old. So anyway, yeah, so what I do usually, especially at night, when I do one more pump session before I go to bed, I try to wash these because they will be sticky. And they will smell horrible. Never leave breast milk sitting out. Alright, so that's that. Yeah, and this is Owen Liam, by the way, y'all. Say hello. So, when I left the hospital, because Owen was born June 12th of this year, I thought I was okay. You know, I thought I was gonna be fine as a first-time mom and everything, and I just, you know, I was confident that I was all right. Until like 2 or 3 days later, I just started randomly crying. Like, I was crying over everything. Spilled milk. I was crying because I felt like I wasn't a good mom to my child, even as an infant and a newborn, even though all he did was sleep, eat, and poop. And so at that time, and I just thought I wasn't a good mom. I didn't think I could do this, you know. And even though I had the support of my husband and friends who I consider family, I still was slipping into depression. I didn't think I was worthy enough. I started shaming my body. I didn't think I looked good enough. I didn't want my husband to look at me or touch me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I really started becoming very distant towards people and closing myself in because I hadn't been taught about postpartum depression, and it's not often talked about in the Black community because we just hush things away. And we act like it doesn't exist. Even though like the nurses and everything were giving me surveys at the end of my hospital visit, asking me about, you know, postpartum depression. And so I just now came out of that phase, and he's 4 months old now. And it's very real. I was suicidal, wanting to take my life, jumping off the stairs and everything. I just wanted to do it all. So, and how I got through that was with the support of my husband, and definitely a lot of friends who surrounded me at that time, and people coming to just sit with Owen while I would try to get a nap, and me pumping milk so my husband could take care of him for a few hours so I could just get some sleep, and even take a shower. It was hard to get on the schedule at first and all of that, but I overcame it, and postpartum depression is a real thing. It wasn't just baby blues for me, and I'm thankful to just feel better, you know, and definitely surrounding yourself around people who genuinely love you will help you feel better.